Hello friends, how are you all? Welcome to another exciting jQuery tutorial. Today we will learn how to fetch, send and update data on a web page using jQuery Ajax without loading the page. Let's get started. So first of all, what is Ajax? Ajax stands for Asynchronous JavaScript and XML. In simple words, Ajax allows web pages to update content dynamically without needing a full page reload. For example, when you scroll through Instagram or Twitter, new posts load automatically. That's Ajax in action. Now, why use jQuery Ajax? It's shorter and simple syntax than plain JavaScript. It's load content dynamically without page reloads. It's improve website speed and user experience. Now here is the table of jQuery Ajax method. So first of all we have a $.ajax method. It's a main method for making Ajax request. Now the second one is $.get method. It send a get request to retrieve data, and the third is post method, send a post request to submit data. And then the $.get JSON data JSON method, it's retrieves JSON formatted data. Now the last one is load method. It's loads content from a server response into an element. Now here is the get versus post. So first is get. It's used for retrieving data like safe, cacheable, limited data. Now second is post. It's used for sending data like secure, larger data, no caching. Now let's see these methods in actions. So first of all we have load external content. So we have used here load method. So it's used for load to fetch data and display it inside an element. Now here is the example: load content from an external file into a div. Now you can see here we have a index.html file. Now you can see here we use a script tag jQuery CDN, and here is a style. Now you can see here is a one button and one div. Then you can see here we use a $document.ready functions. Here we use a .load method in which file data.html, which is here. Now you can see data.html file. Here is the h2 data load successfully, and here we use a paragraph tag. Then you can see here is the output. Now you can see load content data loaded successfully. Now if we open in our code editor, now you can see here. So first we have a load data element. Now here we use a data.html. Now we open in our live server. Now you can see here what is this. It's give me a loaded content loading here. Now if we click on this button, now what happened? Data loaded successfully. So what happened here, when we click the load content button, Ajax fetches the data from data.html and display it inside the div. And the second is get data from a server, $.get method. It's used for $.get method to retrieve data from a file or API. Now you can see here we have an examples, fetch text from a file and display it in a div. Now you can see here we use a .html file. Now you can see here is the our JavaScript CDN. Now here we use a style, and here we have a button, and here we have a div which have text file content will be loaded here. Now you can see here is a script. We use here dot text data, and here we use our file dot get method. Now you can see here $.get method. We use a data.txt file which is here. Now I can see data.txt file which contain this is some text from the data.txt file. Now we open in our code editor. Now you can see here we have a file like this. We open in our code editor. Now you can see here is the output of that. Now When what happens when you when I click get data, jQuery uh, fetches the text file and insert its content inside the div. Now you can see here is the div. Now get data. Now you can see here this is some text from the data docs.txt file. Now the third one is a send data to a server. So you use $.post to send data to the server and get a response. Here is the example: send a name to a server.php and display the response. Now here is the index.html file. Here we use a CDN, jQuery CDN. Here we use a style.css. Now you can see here is the style. Now here is a button. Now here is a div which contains server response will be shown here. Now here is the script tag. We have use here post method, and here we assign a server.php file which have name John function we created here, and here we use a text response. Now what happened here, the name John is sent to the server.php. The server processes the request and return a message. The message is displayed inside the div. Now you can see here is the php server.php file. If here we use a $server request method equals to post. Now it's a php code. Now now we didn't run it because we don't have a server, and we don't have a XAMPP file, so that's why we don't run this code. Now the fourth one is retrieve JSON data $.get JSON. It's used for our $.get JSON method to fetch structured JSON data from a server. Example here. Now you can see here fetch data from a data.json and display it. Now you can see here we have a HTML file, index.html file. Here we use a CDN. Here is a style, and here we use a button, and here we use a div which can send data. JSON data will be displayed here. Now you can see here is a $document.ready. Here we use a get JSON data.json. Then here we use a text name data name age data.age. Now here we use a name John Doe age 30. Now you can see here is the output. Now we open in a code editor. Now retrieve our JSON data. Now we open on our live server. I can see here is the output. Now what happens when you click load JSON data, jQuery retrieves the JSON file, extract the values and display them inside the div. I can see when I click here is the JSON data. Then the last one is the journal Ajax method. Use $.ajax method for more control over Ajax request. Here is the example. Now you can see fetch text from a file and handle errors. Now you can see here is the index.html file. Here we use a script tag. Here we have a style, and here we have a button and a div, and here you can see we use a URL. Here we use a $Ajax method, and inside the we use a star URL like data.txt, type get, and here we use a success functions, and here we use a error function. Now here is our data.txt file. Now here is the output. Now we open in our code editor. Now you can see here is the file. We open in our live server. Now you can see here is the output. So what happened if the success the content is loaded into div? If error handling, an error message is shown in the file is missing. Now when we load data, I can see here is the output. Hello, this content is loaded via Ajax. If we now you can see if we change, now if we load, now you can see it's error loading data. Here is the error function. Now we fix this. Now you can see it's give me proper hello, this content is loaded in Ajax. Now you know how to use jQuery Ajax to make your website more interactive and dynamic. Let's recap. Ajax allow dynamic content updates without reloading the page. Load method and get method and post method make data fetching easy. $get is a great from JSON data. $Ajax give full control over Ajax request, and error handling ensure better user experience. That's all for today's tutorial. If you have any question, feel free to ask in the comments. Keep smiling and happy coding. Thank you.